I decided to make like some smaller like mini vlogs because I'm liking the vlogs being like the bigger vlogs being like 15 20 minutes tops, but I wanted to make like some smaller mini vlogs as well. We're just gonna play with some new stuff, but today I'm going up to Genesis Career College to their beauty school sector to speak to some new some maybe not new but still there future nail techs, so keeping this short. I mean, I do not like driving. This is a different pace of driving than what I'm used to on a normal basis, just running to the store or just doing something. The morning people are wild, okay? Like, where are y'all going that y'all just are in such a hurry? I don't like that. Anyway, I'm on my way to the school. I just wanted to blur for a second because maybe I definitely, somebody almost smashed me as soon as I got into the car. Pray for me as I drive to this little gig. And what am I about to talk about? No, I'm kidding. I called my mother this morning. I was telling her, like, I'm going to speak at this school. And she was like, oh, so you're like a speaker. And I like, give me, you know, I'm just going to talk to the students, you know. My niece was a student. Whenever I went up there, I would talk to them. But I don't like to make things super formal because then I get nervous. I don't downplay my things, but I just don't be hyping them up like that. You know what I'm saying? Just want to talk to them, answer a few little questions they might have about getting into the salon or nail business, or just working for themselves or working for other people. Baby, I've worked for other people. I've worked for myself, and then I've opened a salon. So I can talk across the spectrum. But anyway, my mother was just like, oh, so you're a speaker? And I'm like, don't make it seem like I'm going up to the high school to give a keynote a keynote speech or something. But I'm on my way. And I should be a little early too.
Special guest. I want to first of all say that typically what is supposed to happen is we're supposed to have one special guest a month at least. That's how it's supposed to work. Miss Michelle, again, she is the owner of East Side Nails. Yes, in Nashville. She has been a nail technician for 9 years. And it just so happens that you probably know her because she is Jam's aunt. And you've probably seen her.
Looks so familiar.
You've probably seen her getting her nails done up here several times. So we're going to receive her Miss Michelle, if you could just, tell us a little bit about yourself, the little stuff that I haven't shared, and then of course the ladies have questions. And
Awesome.
tell me
That's
what
we
want to know too, like what you're looking for in your business. Talk to us about that. What you're looking for in technicians who come and work. Okay, so let's receive her.
Good morning. She was like, "Are you nervous?" And I'm like, "No," and I had no idea it was this big. So maybe like a little bit nervous now, but I want to just keep it open, non-formal. We can talk about more or less more questions that you guys might have. But as she mentioned, I actually had no idea I was gonna like end up in this business. I worked in corporate America and I absolutely was miserable because I just kind of always knew I was supposed to be like doing my own thing in some way, be my own boss. And so that kind of led me into looking for a beauty school. And so I went, finished, did everything I did. I feel like I can offer a little bit of knowledge because I did work in a salon. The salon, itself closed, and so then after that I was like, you know what, I want to try to work for myself. So I spent a year, actually 2 years, building clientele. The salon was nice enough to give us like our clients when we left, which is not always a thing,
Right.
but they were kind enough to give us our client list. So I spent 2 years really kind of hustling, like definitely working from like sun up to sundown, building my clientele. And one day I got the opportunity. The owner of the buildings from where I left, where that salon was open, called and was like, "Hey, do you want to open up your own nail salon?" Let me tell you, I was absolutely terrified, and I was just like, I don't know. I was very hesitant. She gave me 2 weeks to decide, only 2 weeks. She called me back 2 weeks to the day and asked me like, "What are you gonna do?" So I was like, "I'm gonna do it." And so like that's pretty much like how Eastside Nails was born. And I don't want anybody to think it was like super easy. I really only had like $3,000 that I borrowed from my parents, and a dream. So it started for me like writing down the names that I could just think of. And I want people to just realize like manifestation starts literally exactly like that. It's like thinking of like the small things where you can start, even if you don't not necessarily have somebody who can loan you some money or something, but knowing that you like have the dream and that like you really want to do something for yourself on your own, it's absolutely possible. And I learned with owning a business is that the people part is the most important part. I knew kind of what kind of culture I wanted to have at the salon. It was a place where I would actually want to go to because like I said, I worked for somebody else before and it was cool, but that was their place. So it was set up to how they like. I knew I wanted my clients to come to a place that was fun, where it was multicultural. There was gonna be all kinds of techs. There was gonna be people from all walks of life. And just to really create like a salon home. So every day I went to work, I was extremely happy because I really did create like a place that I love to go, and that like I was cultivating like future revenue for myself. Yeah, so when I look for people who I want to work at Eastside Nails, it's really a vibe. Like I could tell immediately like if we're gonna vibe or if you'll like fit in with the other girls. It's really important to me that you are professional, like you make sure you come to work and you look nice, and like that's the really important part, because your clients like see that. If you come in and you're sloppy, you look unkempt, then like most people, like the beauty industry is beauty, so how you present like is super important. So just looking like you care about yourself, that's how you can like increase your prices. That's how you can make people understand that you're upkeeping like me too. So I can charge you this much for this because like you want to come to me because you like spending time with me. You like how your nails look afterwards, and you see like how I care about myself. Right. So my clients, like I'm not always gonna be in the chair, but like I hire good girls who do quality work. So pick somebody, and they have. And my goal was to be out of the chair and to open another salon, and I've been out of the chair for about 2 years fully.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are fully out of the chair.
I'm fully out of the chair.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I just get to go in and check on them, make sure they have what they need to work, and I'm out of your way. I'm also not a micromanager, so it's like as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, I don't get any complaints on my end, I'm out of your hair. Like, just ask me whatever you need. If you need guidance, then I'm there.
Very good.
Do you miss being in the chair?
Absolutely not. Here's what I miss. I miss the people. Like, so I miss like being in the salon, like seeing clients, kind of like being in the atmosphere. Baby, I'm a little older, my back hurts.
And what did I tell y'all about the whole back thing?
Yes, take care of your body.
Yeah.
Make sure you take care of your body. Like, it's gonna be so important because it comes back to you like later on. You're like, oh, okay, can't bend over and do that penny quite like that anymore. Like, you gotta make sure your chairs are good. Like nails, that like nobody was taking pictures of nails. People thought I was like nuts for doing it, but I had like a vision. I'm like, if I can send this out, people who are already following me can like see what we're doing, then the people will come, and they did. And I had a lot of clients from when I worked in that other salon that would tell people like, you know, Michelle's got her own shop now. So it's all about like verbalizing to others like what you're doing and like not being afraid of it. But no, I wasn't scared. Nervous a little bit, but I was gonna do it if I had to do it by myself. Like, we were gonna keep it open till I had girls in the chairs.
So do the girls in your shop, do you do like commission or do you do like?
That's a good question. In the beginning, I was doing commission, which was fine. Like, it did require them to work a little bit harder and hustle, but the past 2 years, I switched over to booth rent because I'm finding that it's like, you guys are awesome. Like, you're kind of already coming in with like skills and clients. And so I just like, I was honestly burnt out of like doing the books. Like, it was me 100% wholly in this business, and I was tired of the direct deposit, the banking. And I'll tell you what, when I was doing commission, nobody was hustling for real. It was kind of just like getting by. Exactly. So it's like when I switched it over to booth rent, there was no more like, when you coming to work, you late. Like, I wasn't having to like micromanage people a lot. And I also wanted to give the girls an opportunity to understand how much money they were making so that they could see like what this business really is. It can be really lucrative. You can work for yourself long enough until you decide like, hey, I wouldn't mind having a spot with like 3 other people with me, and then deciding like that's how you can make more income for yourself. So, you know, while I didn't feel like this was bad that I was, you know, having this return on my investment, I wanted to like share the wealth. And so I did take a pay cut for that.
I was about to say, let's talk about that part.
I did take a pay cut for that, but that also just enriched my life a little bit, like because I had like free time to do some other stuff, and then free time to start to look for other places to have another salon. And I feel like in that what I might do booth and commission, just until like, so because some people just aren't comfortable being like, I'm gonna pay you this much a week, and they don't know how much they're gonna make. So these girls were just kind of, they were there when I was doing commission, and then we did a switch over, so they kind of already had clients, so it was an easy transition.
You also have like a consistent hours and like you put that on there too, like this is
Well, I also recommend that if you're just starting out, work the salon hours wherever you go, not even just at Eastside Nails. Like, if they open at this time, be there at that time, stay till it closes, because you never know who walks in or whatever. Hang out, answer the phone, watch your other girls like work, like learn. Practice while you're there. Exactly. Like, don't just stay home. Like, you need to be like a face that people see, because they can also be like, there's a new girl in Michelle's shop. Like, she wasn't busy today, or somebody might come in, or somebody might call. I'm like, answer the phone. I used to answer the phone at the salon I worked for. And they'd be like, you looking for an appointment? If everybody was booked, I'd be like, I have time. And I was just always there. They were like, just somebody want to do something. Work the salon hours, but I do booths, so the girls, it also gave them like the freedom to move about, but I'm telling you, they're there from open to close still. That fixed that.
So do you all ever accept walk-ins?
No, we don't have the capacity to anymore, which is why, that's another reason why I want to open another salon, because I want more tables and to be able to get that. But, you know, I'm happy, like COVID did a thing. It did make people want to book appointments. And that was that was the structure I was working on in the beginning. And then we could still get some walk-ins here and there, but once we got busy, there was no point to even do walk-ins.
It's just so crazy because on my plan, that's what I said, I would have one specific day to where I would still walk in, but it's slow, like typically slow.
Exactly.
But other than that, you gotta.
And FYI, they no longer do pedicures.
Yes, we took out the petty benches. We took out the petty benches because, you know, nails is like really big right now. We weren't doing a lot of pedicures, and for me, I'm always thinking like ahead a little bit. So I'm like, I took out the petty benches and added 2 more nail tables, and that took the place of what we were making in pedicures. So it's like, you have to think on your feet in this business, or else like you stay behind or you start losing money, and then that's how businesses, you know, kind of end up closing.
How many stations do you have?
I have, hold on, 6.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, 6.
Okay. And then, the new one that you all are planning,
Yes.
how big will that space be? How many do you anticipate having?
Man, I want to have 10 to 15 stations in this one, and I'm just, okay. My brain already, like, anytime I think of it, my brain, like, if you can think of it, you can do it.
Yes.
So I'm like, I know it's doable, but I want to have like 10 to 15 stations. You know, that's gonna be like $4,000 in rent. The space is gonna be between 1,500 to 2,000 square feet, is what I'm thinking. So I'm kind of just shopping around. It's in its manifestation stage. It's like still there. I can see it. I can do it. I've, you know, encourage yourself too. Like, I would just go and like look at spaces. Like, go pop by places if you want to work for yourself, or if you wanted to open up a salon in the future. Just start looking around. Like, nobody can tell you that you can't come see a place, or you can't come like view it or tour it. So that's kind of what I've been doing for the second one, just touring spaces.
That's my thing for like trying to find a place.
Yeah, look for places like that too, like Ms. A said, because Eastside Nails is in the middle of a neighborhood where it was like a community feel, so they wanted to support small business. There were apartments across the street, like other businesses, and they walked, so they would come. Huh? Yes. Yep. It's but yeah, like look at those places too that are popped in the middle. It was a very good spot. Like, I was just like, how can I pass this up? That's what I'm saying. Like, if you get good opportunities, like, you might need a couple weeks to think about it, but if you can see the vision in it and like pop in it, because that was like really good. And they were offering kind of like almost rent controlled at the time, because they wanted small businesses to open in the neighborhood. So the utilities were included. They were not gonna raise the rent more than like $100 like a year. So it was really like an opportunity for me to grow in a space.
And keep in mind, everything is a negotiation.
Everything is a negotiation.
Everything is a negotiation. So just because they say, oh, well, the rent is $2,100 a month. Okay, that's what they're offering. But if that space goes unrented for 30 days, then guess what? That's $2,100 that they do not have.
I was gonna ask, are you looking, well, I know like a good amount of the seniors are about to graduate. Are you looking for any girls right now?
I'm currently not. Like, Jam is that's the last space is for Jam, but I'm not. But always like keep in mind, because people bounce around. This is kind of that industry, so circle back sometimes. Eastside Nails Nashville online. You can always send a message. I'm the one that replies. If you're looking for something when you graduate.
And consider this, that
Also, I know somebody who just opened a salon.
Okay, those of you all who have not graduated yet, keep in mind that she's still opening, her plans to open another salon. So, you gotta keep the coals hot.
Yeah,
Okay?
definitely.
Keep the coals hot.
So what other like perks do you offer your clients?
What do you mean, like
Like, you know, some of them sell like wine, well, often wine.
Yes,
Like that. I've been to a couple of Star Cooper too.
Really? We've had wine in the past, like I kind of cut the wine during like COVID time, but we've had like wine, water. I've done like snacks before, like it'll just kind of be up to you. I find that most people are coming in, they usually have their own water now. It's kind of like
COVID changed
changed like everything about how you like hand things out to people. So I ended up cutting the wine, but we have like water bottles that are complimentary right now.
I want to
Then you gon' it's, and I don't care what you introduce, people, you gotta maintain it, cause people gonna wanna take advantage of it.
And they're gonna tell somebody else you
They're gonna tell somebody, well, they got free food over there, they got
And
free
then you don't
pills.
give it to somebody else. Yeah, like you give it to one client, but you don't have time to give it to the other one, then it becomes like a bad review.
Yeah.
Like it's just,
Yeah.
you just have to be mindful.
Right, she ain't have no water for me.
Yeah,
That might be the day that
anything. Like the
y'all couldn't pick
reviews
up water.
can get funny. The
Yes.
reviews get funny sometimes. You're like, oh, what?
How did you figure out the best place to get your stuff in bulk?
Some stuff I ordered if it was like specific supplies. They kind of change over time. You guys have way more access to stuff than like was available to
I
me.
agree.
So it was
We got
like
the
a few
basics.
like very basic things you could get online, and then nail arts kind of started to pick up. So it was like I think Wildflowers was like really the only place I could get stuff like online that I knew would be quality in bulk. But the supply here, like Golden, like those that were like closed, they have really, really good prices on stuff. So I would like grab stuff from Golden because he would give me discounts. If you pay cash, he'd give you another discount. So it's
If
like,
you order this much, he'll give you a
yeah,
discount.
he'll order stuff for you, like whatever you want. He had the best polished prices that were like quality. So, you know, you'll figure it out, but you gotta start. It's a lot of math, and it's a lot of like figuring out like how much it's gonna cost you per month, per year, and like everything else like that.
For a full set manicure?
Okay.
You know, that depends on the person. I've had one in like 35 minutes from somebody where he put it on and it was like time to polish and they were fired. Like he was good
And quick.
and quick, and he had kind of mastered it. So your timing is still gonna depend on you. I don't rush people. I had timing for the salon where it was like the longest it can take, and then if you finish for
Like
a
the
full
ones that
set,
has to.
I mean 45 minutes to an hour, and then you should be polishing. Yeah.
What, is that the one?
Unless,
that I'm
but
talking
also
about?
that's length. It
That's
depends
length.
on length.
Mhm.
So if it's getting longer and longer, then of course it's gonna take longer. So the girls, I think when they do long sets, they're booking out 3.5 hours.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that took me 3 hours, 4 hours.
If those longer ones, it's like a 3-hour like session, but that's, you know, if you're working for yourself or like finding a salon that aligns with like your timing and like your skill set, or that's not rushing you so that you can learn. But the girls kind of book out their own time, and they do a lot of art too. So one set they might be working on one person for 4 hours, but that's also like $250. So they can see how many people they need to make. What
Did
they
y'all hear
need.
what she said? 4 hours is also like $250.
Yeah.
Do the math. Okay. Again, I don't wanna work a job if I'm not making at least $50 an hour.
Yeah.
It's gotta make sense of here.
I definitely like had to tell like one of my exes that I'm like, I make like $60 an hour. And
Yes.
he's just like, oh, like, and
Yeah.
like I see several people throughout the day. I see 6 or 7 people. So
Mhm.
you should be trying to at least make $350 a day to make it like worth like sitting there, buying your supplies, everything. And that could be more because you know your skill set, charge for that art. That was something I had to push in the beginning to my girls. I'm like, that should be like $25. You just charged her $7 like,
Right.
to do that. Like, no.
We talk about this all the time. We do board work about
cost of
it.
living in Nashville.
Yes, like you have to remind your clients sometimes too, like, where do you think I live? I live in the
Exactly.
same city you live in, so that's why that costs this much. But that's why I also created like a culture at my salon where they knew like we were charging what we were worth. We are not overcharging you, and also we have to live in the same city and live in. And we never got kickback. If we got kickback, bye. And
Right.
somebody else was in the chair that understood, like, we're human, we work. Like, don't let clients dictate your lifestyle, is what I'm saying. Like, they will pay you what you think you're worth. So you gotta show up like,
Right,
I'm good at this.
exactly.
And I think people forget nails are a luxury service.
It's a luxury. You don't have to do
Let's
this.
be realistic, yeah.
Exactly, like, this is a luxury. You can just tell by Jam's work that you guys have been, like, you know, getting more instruction. That's good.
Any other questions? We so appreciate you coming. I have some resumes I do wanna forward to you.
Okay,
Some of the young
yes,
ladies
because I can
have
pass them on. I
emailed me.
know a couple people who own a salon who
Okay.
are like always looking for people.
Yeah.
They have good salons. There's one in North Nashville, and then the other one is in Donaldson. But
Oh,
they
okay.
just like opened, the other one's been open for a minute, but they're always looking for girls.
So if you have a paper resume, go ahead and get it when we're finished, and you can get it to Miss Michelle. The others who have emailed me their resume, I will forward to her. And we appreciate you coming.
Absolutely. I enjoyed this a lot.
Yes, look, when I saw her the last time we saw each other, and I was just like, will you come and talk to my class?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
She's like, yeah, I'll be happy to.
I think we need more like ladies like in this business, like stepping up. I
I
think you
agree.
guys are like really boss. Like
I agree.
you're taking like your life into your own hands, like already by wanting to do something independent. Like more people of color, like we need all that in the industry because we're taking over now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That is it.
There's less big boss.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right.
All right. All right. Who are we going?
That's cute. Wait a minute. Okay, wait. Here we go. 1, 2, go. Okay, wait a minute.
Oh wait. Y'all, oh my God. That was so much fun. Okay. So there were way more people than I thought. My niece's class was kind of small. Baby, I was like, I get nervous. Like, I don't get nervous enough to not do stuff, but I definitely get nervous. Like, I knew to deodorant up, baby, because I was gonna like get underarm sweat. I don't sweat on my face, but I get underarm sweats. I'm like such a nervous Nelly, but once I kind of got into the flow of the talk and like we got to question and answer, and like I can honestly answer questions all day because I ask a million questions. So I really enjoyed that just so much. It fills me up. I got like some resumes from some of the young ladies. It's just really cool to like be able to share expertise and just talk to young ladies about being able to work in a career where they can feel empowered and take care of themselves and not necessarily have to rely on other people. And just how the salon industry is changing like altogether in the beauty business. And I guess I have to realize that I have information to give. Like I actually have information to give and to share. And I would like to do that with new classes. It's like something that I go in and I talk about. I want to do that consistently, and I've made a connection at the school. I can't take these resumes right now. I don't have the place. I got to get the place because now I got the connection to the school, baby. And I got people that can be up in there. Look, I got work to do, but thanks for coming along with me on this journey. It was absolutely enriching and wonderful. I'll include parts of the talk. Make sure that you rate, subscribe, review to the channel, and tell people about this station, baby. I'm just playing. Thank you for tuning in to Real Talk with Michelle. See you soon.